Hey guys, it's Cameron here with Emerson House Buyers. Every week, I bring tools, tactics, strategies to you in the game of real estate that have allowed me to build up a sizable rental portfolio in a little under 2 years. Give you maybe just a little bit sense of security, some certainty in your life. This week, I want to talk about evaluating a deal. I've had several questions about how do you do this? How do you evaluate these deals? How's it all come together? And I put several different videos out about how to evaluate a deal, actually evaluating a rental property that I purchased, how to do that with little and no money, using the BRRRR strategy, how to do a sub 2 into an owner finance deal. Also had a video about that. So if you're not sure on those, go back and watch those. But today I just want to talk about what I look for when I'm evaluating a deal. And this is going to hold true regardless of what type of deal you're doing, whether that's a flip, owner finance, or what have you. So first thing, what is the goal of this property or this purchase? What do I want it to do? So some people want to have long-term cash flow. Some people want to make a quick profit, maybe a wholesale or a flip. Some people want to do an owner finance where it's a long-term, really passive income stream. So what is your goal for this property? This might be the most important step. There's going to be 5 things. So that's number 1, the goal. What are you trying to get out of the property? Number 2, what is your desired return? So now that you have this goal in mind and you know you want to do a rental, for example, say a long-term cash flow play, then how much do you need to make a month? Is it $400 a month? Is it 11.5% cash on cash return? Is it some equity? Is it in a good part of town? I mean, talking specifically about a return, what is your return? What do you need? What is good? What makes sense for your market and your area? Some places that have high appreciation are probably going to have very low cash flow, but you need to have these things laid out so when you evaluate a deal, it's quick and easy. Does this meet my minimum? Does this meet my minimum $300 or $400 cash flow? Boom, yes or no. Check, good, not good. Number 3, that's kind of leads into number 3. So once you have your goal, once you know what kind of return you want out of each goal, then you have the actual number crunch. So you don't have to be really savvy to create a spreadsheet or something very easy where you can punch in what you're buying it at, repairs and taxes, and some other miscellaneous expenses to get a profit number or a cash flow number. It's pretty simple. You can do it on the back of a napkin, really. So crunch the numbers. So goal, what my desired return is before we go in, the number crunch, and then number 4 is an exit strategy. So saying that everything I laid out doesn't happen the way I want it to, which things inevitably come up. That's why we put fudge factors into rehabs and what have you. But if that doesn't go, if I can't rent it for $1,300 a month, what am I going to do? What's my exit strategy? Can I still sell it and get paid a little bit? Maybe not make a bunch of money, but at least walk away with something in my pocket so I'm not worried about having to get this $1,300 a month rent. Or maybe the market turns and you only get $1,200. Well, if you have a good exit strategy, then you might be able to either absorb that $1,200 or owner finance it, or wholesale the deal, or whatever it is, or sell it as a turnkey rental. Whatever you want to do, but at least have at least one. Every deal I do, if I'm going to do it as a rental, I know I could owner finance it and make as much or more money. I know I could flip it and at least come out even or ahead. Whatever your desired is, or if you're going to flip, maybe you want to make sure you can turn it into a rental if your flip doesn't go as planned. I had a friend who had a flip that didn't go the way he wanted, couldn't get the price, so he moved into the property. It was planned. That was his exit strategy. Hey, if I can't sell this for this number after so many months, I'm moving into the bad boy. So that worked out for him. And then the 5th piece is actually pulling the trigger. So if you have your goal, if you have the desired return that you know you want, if you crunch the numbers and they make sense for your desired return, And then you have an exit strategy, at least one. Pull the trigger. And this is probably the fifth point, is probably the most crucial point. People get caught up in analysis paralysis and keep looking at these deals and keep looking at numbers. Well, this could happen, this, and then they miss the deal, or they talk themselves out of the deal. So that is why it is critical to go in ahead of time with goals. Your numbers, the goal of the property, the numbers already laid out in a spreadsheet, and if it's above 400 or green or whatever you want to create, if it's this, then it's good to go. It's ready. Let's do it. And an exit strategy just in case. You have these, you're lined up to do a deal. Pull the trigger. Don't be afraid. That's how I evaluate a deal. I always make sure I have an exit strategy. I go in knowing ahead of time. Those are the 5 things I look at, guys. So I hope that makes sense. If you need some more clarity on some other things, if you want some more evaluations on how I do the deals, or details, like I said, I've created other videos, but just let me know what else you guys need to help you get your first or next deal. Again, if you thought this was valuable, please share it with somebody. I do this just to help people out, help new investors, help people who are trying to get in the game of real estate, or at least understand a little bit more about what's allowed me to be successful and in doing what I'm doing in the rental game. So I'd say that not to boast, but just to give you guys a context of that I'm out there buying deals right now. I got one under contract the other day. It was great. So I'm out there. We're doing this. I want to share what's helped me and allowed me to be successful. So again, just share. All I ask of you guys, I do this for free, is just to share it if you found it valuable with somebody who might need it. But till next week, guys, thanks.